social media and anxiety. Is it making you more stressed? The story of Jake. Jake never used to feel this way. He was a pretty confident guy, good at what he did, had solid friends, and was generally happy with life. But lately, something had changed, and he couldn't quite put his finger on it. Every morning, before even getting out of bed, had grab his phone and start scrolling. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, one app after another. At first, it felt harmless. Just catching up, right, but the more he scrolled, the more uneasy he felt. An old classmate had just moved abroad. Someone else had gotten engaged. Another guy his age had started a business and was now driving a brand new car. Jake put his phone down and stared at the ceiling. He wasn't unhappy before scrolling, but now, he felt like his life wasn't enough. Like he wasn't enough. And that's when it hit him. This wasn't just one morning. It was happening every morning, and every night, and every time he had a quiet moment to himself. Had started measuring his life against people he barely knew, people who, for all he knew, might have been struggling just like him. But social media didn't show that. It only showed their wins. And slowly, Jake's anxiety started creeping in. Why social media feeds your anxiety. Jake's story ain't unique. It's happening to millions of people, maybe even you. Social media isn't just entertainment anymore. It's rewiring our brains in ways we don't even notice. At first, it feels harmless. A quick scroll, a little break, but then, without realizing it, you're caught in the comparison trap. Your brain sees someone else's highlight reel and compares it to your unedited reality. You start thinking, why is their life so exciting while mine feels average? Why am I behind? Why does everyone else have it figured out, and I don't? And here is the thing, your brain doesn't just think these thoughts. It feels them. Your heart beats a little faster. A knot forms in your stomach, and before you know it, what started as a simple scroll turns into self-doubt, stress, and anxiety. But that's just one way social media messes with your mind. The hidden anxiety triggers you don't even notice. Think about the last time you posted something and checked your phone a little too often, waiting for likes. Or when you saw a group of friends hanging out and suddenly felt left out even if you had no plans to see them in the first place. Or maybe it's the constant flood of bad news. You're just trying to relax, but your feed is filled with disasters, tragedies, and outrage. It keeps your mind on high alert, even when nothing in your life is actually wrong. Over time, your brain gets wired for stress, so even when you're offline, that restless, anxious feeling stays with you. How to take back control. Jake didn't quit social media completely, he did change how he used it. He started by muting accounts that made him feel worse about himself. Instead of waking up and scrolling first thing in the morning, he gave himself an hour of real life before touching his phone. And when he did go online, he reminded himself, social media isn't real life. Slowly, things changed. The anxiety didn't disappear overnight, but it stopped controlling him. And that's the takeaway. Social media doesn't have to own you. But to break free, you need to recognize how it's affecting your mind. Final thought. So ask yourself, do you feel better or worse after scrolling? Do you use social media? Or is it using you? If this video made you think, let's talk about it in the comments. And if you want more content on mental health and the digital world, hit subscribe. Because your peace of mind, it's worth protecting.